Hi, my name's Stephen Avery of Mural Yachts, and today we're in Barcelona on our new listing called ERAORA. She's a cutter-rigged sailing vessel of just over 28 meters. She was built by Mural Yachts in Turkey in 2011. In fact, at 28 meters, she's a relatively small boat for a Mural, and you can see that right the way through the boat. Everything is massive, very over-specified systems, things like the teak, the stainless, all feel extremely substantial. This flybridge area would be a great place to relax either at anchor or underway. You've got a good sized seating area. Aft you have this dining area where I'm sat, a crane and tender, although I suspect the tender would be towed a lot during the season. The helm has all the manoeuvring controls. Obviously visibility is good up here, and also furling controls for the headsails. It's a very practical area, it's a very comfortable area, and it makes the boat feel really very special. We'll go and have a look at the main deck. So first we're going to have a look at the bow section of ERAORA. You can see massively substantial, big electric furlers for the headsails, big windlasses, great ground tackle everywhere. In fact, the anchors, one is on 150 meters of chain, the other on 200 meters of chain. So it's a boat that's going to be able to cruise comfortably pretty much everywhere you go, and to do so safely. All the stainless is massively substantial, it's in good condition, fender holders, hatches. This hatch goes down to the crew accommodation here, and that's actually, I think, the crew bathroom. There's a huge chain locker. It's all very clean, and you can see that the captain pays a lot of attention to the detail on the boat. I'm going to walk back down towards the aft cockpit, and you really get a lovely feeling. It's obviously not a performance sailing yacht, but she has a substantial rig, and I can imagine in the right condition she's going to feel both reassuring and enjoyable to sail. Really feels secure as you walk down the side decks. It's huge. We'll get to see the benefit of these nice big windows when we go to the saloon area, and it just feels like a lot of boat. We've been already up to the flybridge, where you saw there was an area for dining, but the area I think that most owners are going to use most is down here on the aft deck. Again, lots of lounging space. There's a very substantial passerelle, which feels, despite its length, feels really very reassuring as you come aboard. There's a big platform that folds down there, which we'll have a look at later, where toys are stored, and will provide a really nice bathing platform. Fabulous place for dining. It's just a really, really comfortable and substantial feeling area right through the yacht. We'll go and have a look at the interior. We enter ERAORA's saloon through a really very substantial stainless steel sliding door. Dining area, very well equipped wet bar, seating in front of a very large television screen. The feeling of space and light is tremendous. You sat down, these huge windows really give you a connection to the surrounding environment. It's comfortable, it feels substantial, The helm is extremely well equipped. The Cummins engines have electric controls, the thrusters are controlled here, there's monitoring system which is actually the screen and brains have just been replaced. All the navigation instruments you would expect to see on a vessel of this quality and capability. It's really a great place to be. We'll go and have a look at the sleeping cabins, which are on the lower deck. ERAORA has 4 really good cabins. Something I like, which is perhaps unusual, is effectively she has 2 master cabins. So there are 2 doubles which will be aft underneath the saloon area. They're pretty much identical. Both enjoy a really good sized double bed. Desk, vanity area, a very good size porthole, so you get a nice connection to the sea outside. Again, like the rest of the boat, it's all very substantial. The joinery is very nicely executed. To my mind, it hasn't dated at all. It's quite conservative, but I think that's no bad thing. It's spacious and extremely comfortable. If we come around here, we have a second almost identical cabin on the port side. Again, a double. Same size bathroom, same amenities. And then when we go forward, we will find that there are 2 further cabins, both of which are twins and are also of an extremely good size. They both have really good ensuite bathrooms. In fact, the outer berths are more than generous singles. Lots of stowage up above the inner bunks. Again, there's great size wardrobes and really very good bathrooms. We're now in the aft section of the yacht. We have a staircase going down to the engine room and the main crew and utility area. The engine room really shows, I think, a lot about the way this boat has been built. You can see everything is over specified. The captain assures me that it's easy to operate. Everything's clearly marked. There's lots of space around fittings. The engines are only 330 horsepower Caterpillars, so they're very economical. They're pretty easy to look after. There are 2 really generously sized generators. They're both 35 kilowatt Vestabeckers, so you get a feeling of a very reliable and easy to maintain yacht. As we go aft, we have a crew mess and a good sized galley, all the normal equipment you would expect to find. The captain has his own cabin and a separate bathroom, and then we go through to what is both a bathing platform. Now we have the garage door down. We've got 2 huge refrigerators, and a great storage area has been created for toys. Obviously, you could put a dinghy in here, but I think the arrangement as she's been designed with a crane and keeping the dinghy on the flybridge is probably better. You have washing machines. It's a nice light area, very well lit actually, even with the garage door closed. It is a great place to enjoy and be extremely practical at the same time.